Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've last uploaded, but now I'm back and hopefully I can keep on uploading frequently. Today's video is a bit different from what I usually upload. As mentioned in the title, today's video is about top 10 games like Grand Theft Auto 5 for low-end PCs. This video is inspired by my favorite YouTuber Levitation 4D. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's get right into it.
On number 10 spot we have Mad Out 2 Big City Online. Mad Out 2 is an open-world multiplayer action-adventure game just like GTA 5. It's basically a Russian version of GTA 5. In Mad Out 2 Big City Online you'll find an enormous city, where you can drive over 30 different vehicles and use almost a dozen different weapons. You can use handguns, machine guns, shotguns, etc. And as what usually happens in these types of games, you can wander around the city aimlessly or try to complete any of the game's many missions. These are the minimum system requirements for Mad Out 2. As you can see, the game should run fine on any potato PC. Definitely worth a try. On number 9 spot we have Mafia 2. Mafia 2 is a 2010 action-adventure game developed by 2K Czech and published by 2K. There are over 50 highly detailed vehicles, including sports cars, city buses, tractor-trailers, station wagons, and more. The game also introduces new weapons and includes a few from the original game. Empire Bay's radio stations complete the experience with a wide variety of popular music from the era. To be honest, the driving physics in this game reminds me of GTA 4. Although Mafia 2 is paid, you can easily download it free by just googling it. These are the minimum system requirements to run the game, so definitely worth a try. On number 8 spot we have Gangstar New Orleans. Gangstar New Orleans is an open-world action-adventure video game with fairly standard cover-based gunplay. The game world may be traversed on foot or by vehicle. Missions are linear and are detached from the open world, though they can be accessed in the open world. The game has two main types of missions, main story missions and turf missions, the former of which, as the name suggests, are used to progress the main storyline forward. Completing story missions generally rewards the player with money and spirit jars, the game's version of loot crates. The latter type of mission increases the player's control, in percentage, over a turf. These are the minimum system requirements for this game, so definitely worth a try. On number 7 spot we have Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. Saints Row 4 is an open-world action game with third-person shooter elements wherein the player is free to explore the environment and, at their leisure, play story or side missions. As the leader of the Saints, a street gang that has become the world's most powerful and popular organization, the player is elected President of the United States, receives superpowers, and fends off an alien invasion. Most often the player will engage in shooting and racing activities, though other activities vary from fighting crowds of zombies, shootouts in tanks, side-scrolling brawlers, fights against supersized, Daikeju energy drink cans, and using a dubstep gun to interrupt 1950s Americana. The player character receives elemental powers and superpowers that greatly increase their jump height and running speed, such that the player can hop over buildings and outrun vehicles. These are the minimum system requirements for this game, so definitely worth a try. On number 6 spot we have Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs is an action-adventure game set in an open-world environment and played from a third-person perspective. The player controls Wei Shen, a Chinese-American police officer who goes undercover and ventures out on a raid to infiltrate the Sun On Yee Triad organization. The initial missions of the game are a linear tutorial for controlling the character. After these missions, the player is allowed to explore the game's world and take part in side missions and other activities. Shen navigates the world by running, jumping, climbing over obstacles, swimming, and driving cars, boats and motorcycles. These are the minimum system requirements for this game. So definitely worth a try. On number 5 spot we have True Crime, New York City. True Crime is an open-world action-adventure game played from a third-person perspective, in which the player controls Detective Marcus Reed of the PDNY. The game falls into the subgenre of Grand Theft Auto clones as the core gameplay and game mechanics are very similar to 2001's Grand Theft Auto 3, 2002's Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and 2004's Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas. The player can travel across the city freely, commandeer vehicles, do whatever they want in terms of attacking and/or killing innocent civilians, progress through the storyline at their own leisure, spending as much time traversing the city as they wish, and engage in mini-games and side quests. These are the minimum system requirements for this game. So definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have Prototype. Prototype is an action-adventure game played from a third-person perspective and set in an open world based on modern-day Manhattan. The game setting remains mostly faithful to the real city and includes all of its famous landmarks. The player character, Alex Mercer, has the ability to shape-shift, allowing him to change his body to resemble anyone. This also allows him to take on the forms of the human enemies he absorbs, thereby allowing the player to move about the enemy as one of them. Alex also possesses superhuman strength and will kill most humans with a single punch. He can perform various melee attacks without shape-shifting, as well as more gymnastic moves such as air combos, sliding along the ground using any humanoid enemy's body, and a high-speed rolling cannonball attack. These are the minimum system requirements for this game. So definitely worth a try. On number 3 spot we have Saints Row the Third. Saints Row the Third is an action-adventure game played from the third-person perspective in an open world, such that players explore an unrestricted environment. Similar to the premise of the previous Saints Row games, the player's goal is to lead the 3rd Street Saints gang to overtake its rival gangs in the city turf war. While the protagonist is the same, the game introduces a new setting, the city of Steelport, with its own 3 gangs, the Morningstar, Lucadors, and Deckers, together known as the Syndicate. The series has been considered a clone of Grand Theft Auto that later positioned itself as more gleefully silly in comparison. In combat, players select weapons from a weapon selection wheel, including pistols, submachine guns, shotguns, and rocket launchers alongside special weapons such as UAV drones and a fart-in-a-jar stun grenade. These are the minimum system requirements for this game. So definitely worth a try. On number 2 spot we have L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire is an action-adventure neo-noir crime game. Played from a third-person perspective, the game is set in an open-world environment featuring Los Angeles in 1947. The player completes cases to progress through the story, fulfilling objectives in a generally linear order. As they roam the open world, the player can also complete optional street crimes, short, linear scenarios with set objectives, and collect items such as golden film reels, vehicles, novels, and golden records. The player can also discover multiple landmarks based on real monuments from Los Angeles in the 1940s. For most of the game, the player controls Cole Phelps, a Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, patrolman who advances through the police department bureaus, desks, of traffic, homicide, vice, and arson. In some cases during the final desk, the player controls investigator Jack Kelso. These are the minimum system requirements for this game. So definitely worth a try. On number 1 spot we have Just Cause. Just Cause's core gameplay consists of elements of a third-person shooter and a driving game, with a large, open-world environment in which to move. On foot, the player's character is capable of walking, swimming, and jumping, as well as utilizing weapons and basic hand-to-hand combat. Players can take control of a variety of vehicles, including cars, boats, aircraft, helicopters, and motorcycles. Players can also perform stunts with their cars in which they can stand on the roof and jump to another car, or choose to open their parachute while still in motion on the roof. Other key features of the game include skydiving, base jumping, and parasailing, by latching onto a moving car or boat while one's parachute is deployed. These are the minimum system requirements for this game, so definitely worth a try. We've reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, a like would always be appreciated. Please subscribe to support my channel, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Okay, with all due respect, love your parents, respect your nation, and most importantly take care of yourselves. Bye.